Full description and video of the Argent flight. They, of course, are so situational because their victory condition is only based on Mahakt, Wraith, Cabal, or Necrovirus, because they are only they are defenders. So if the Mahakt or Wraith Necro are in the game, they want to destroy them all. Otherwise, they don't actually have any reason to be in the game. So they will not be picked. Because of that, they of course have studied warfare. So they have a special cruiser, destroyer, and fighter, but they do not get the war sun because they don't like that kind of combat style. They and the all of their abilities or the ones that are not dealing with combat is dealing with diplomacy, because they want to ally the other races to fight against the Mahakts, actually, or of course something else. And this is what they have. They have deals. They have 2 techs. They have their starting unit is destroyers, infantry, a mech, and a PDS, and that's it. Let's start with the tactical training law. You replace your D10 combat dice with a D12 and your D6 with a D8. This is of course for infantry and ground combat, and this is for bigger stuff. And their flagship cruisers and destroyers get +1 to movement when moving here. That means to the space that the flagship is in, and of course their upgrade just makes them 1 hit point more and 1 movement more. Quite generous, normal. Let's start with the destroyer, because they have them. They reduce the enemy combat by 1 per 2 destroyers. That's it. They are just like harassing them. The cruisers are more of their battle station, like command structure. So they reduce the enemy's combat dice by 1 per 3 cruisers, and it's synergized. So it's synergized as well with this. So this is combat, whole combatness, and this is the combat die, and then their fighters are the same. They reduce the battle station and PDS combat by 1 per fighter. And the normal, they have +1 combat 1 if they are invading, but they are normal fighters are just 4. So this is because they have upgraded them all, so they cannot upgrade them again. That's why, of course, they also start with no technologies, because they have upgraded their ships already. Their abilities are like this. You are prepared. You have perfected your destroyers, cruisers, and fighters, and you can attack your war sons. Flying. Units with capacity can pick up and drop off units on the fly. Of course, their destroyers have a capacity of 1 as well, and the cruisers. And are the open alliances. When you negotiate an alliance, you show your goals to them. All your alliances are also military alliances, and you can build units and PDSs on other planets, on alliances planets. And combat society. You have tactical training law, and you can use the combat dice. You can use the combat dice of D6 to defend, just like D12. Then, usually, if you have a small combat, under 10 combat development, combat strength, you use the small dice, and that means that you even if you throw it, you cannot use the hit that you get from it to defend against. Yeah, okay. And the agent, when you When a player produces ground forces in a system, you may exhaust this card to place. That player may place those units on any planet they control in that system and the adjacent system. Their commander is your destroyers. Your destroyers, where Trakan is flying, can dodge one hit per battle, and you have the Trakan because you have to of course know where Trakan is, so that you know. So you will attach this to a destroyer, so that you can dodge that hit. Oh fuck! He needed to be unlocked, of course, and he got unlocked when you have 8 destroyers. So just 4 more. That will happen really fast. And your hero can unlock when you have 5 alliances, and then you get the action. You and your allies' planets build with at least 2 influences or resources. Build 1 destroyer per planet. Then purge this card. So a massive. If you can ally everyone against the Mahaks, you can pop up every destroyer in the game with 1 action. And your mech this unit does not count against capacity if it is being transported, or if it is in space area with 1 or more of your ships that has capacity value. So that means that when you start with these guys, you can take that with you when you start invading planets. But then, 2 techs more to go. You because you don't have the War Sun, so that requires 4 red techs. You have instead the thing that requires red techs. Destroyers and cruisers block enemy combat value by 1 per 2 units. So it's the same. It's the same as the destroyers. So they get just better at fighting. And the area hollow lattice. Other players cannot move ships through systems that contains your structures, and you build 1 free building per turn. A building is a space dock, PDS, bunker, or battle station. And then the last thing, you have your promissory note is after the Argent flight has achieved their goals, they give you 1 non-home system. Because when you have done this, defeated the guys, then you give away your planets, and they have you give them. You have a bunch of promissory notes that says the same thing, but they are numbered from 1 to 6, so that you can give them away, so that they know when you give them away that they will get the number, or that you know in which order you have promised planets away. So that they are it is more important because you first give away the good stuff probably, or they're not. If you have become the emperor, your first decree is the Senate races share their ship upgrades to all Senate members because they are fighting. That's it. Of course, your home planet is not normal. That has not changed. Your system is a 3-3 in the start, and yeah, that's it. Only fighting and a little bit diplomacy in the game, but it is well balanced if you have something to fight against. So if you have something to fight against, come and play. Yes, bye bye.